because you can't drink and talk at the same time.
Leave the conversation to us and order another beer.
You're listening to Texas's live
Midday
beer-centric show, Liquid Lunch.
Liquid Lunch.
With producer Perry,
Kennedy and Schaumburg. Here are your hosts,
Catherine Contreras,
and Josh Stewart.
Hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hooray for beer!
Hello, one and all. Welcome to Thursday.
That's right, Thursday.
Hey, it's Thursday.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're just now joining us on the live stream, as you can see, one new monitor in the back, the other one went out. That's the first thing we'll say off the top of the bat. Second, that's Kennedy right there. Let's go ahead and get Kennedy's intro out of the way so that we don't have to awkwardly do that later. We'll awkwardly do that now. Kennedy, say hi.
Hi.
All right, we gotta work on this.
That was so enchanting.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Kennedy.
Yeah. All right, we gotta work on that. All right, so we got that out of the way. With me, as always, my finest of fine co-hosts, Catherine Contreras, all the way from
Oh my God, that
San
sounds
Antonio.
so good, Josh.
Did
Thank
it?
you.
Yeah. No, you are. You're the finest co-host I've ever had.
Nice.
You're the
Thank
only
you.
co-host I've ever
Shit.
had. So,
Yeah, well, you know.
but you're at the top, regardless.
Well,
Irregardless.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes.
I would say the same to you, except that I currently have another co-host on another show, so
Oh, I
I
get
don't
it.
want to
I get it.
piss anybody off.
I get it. I get it.
But for this show, you're my favorite.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, thank you. All right. With us today, special guest all the way from Kerrville, Texas. Go San Antonio, then go an hour northwestish. Go to Catherine's house, then go an hour northwest.
don't come to my house. Josh, shut up.
Well, just
Nobody needs to come to my house.
just drive by. Can they just drive by, like on the San Antonio tour?
No.
You're not on one of those maps? Like, there's the Alamo, there's
Yeah,
the
and then
Riverwalk,
Catherine's house.
house.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's how it-
All right. And then for Kerrville to Pint and Plow Brewing, Jeremy is joining us today. Can we take him? There he is. Did we do something wrong? I hear the
What?
the sirens in the background. Is that?
What?
I don't know.
I don't have sirens behind me.
We're in a high crime district of Kerrville, Texas, so you're gonna
It's a
hear
real
that
urban
every few
area.
minutes. Yeah.
He's in the urban core of Kerrville.
I think if you, one of the fun pastimes for Kerrville is to read the crime reports in the daily paper. There was a lady once that reported a 911 call that said one of her bear claws from her pantry was missing. You know, one of those pastries you get at
Oh yeah.
Oh,
a convenience store.
serious.
That's super upsetting.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a 3-alarm call right there.
Well, if there's one bear claw, there may be others, and of course the police are showing up.
yeah. Yeah.
Very
Man.
responsive.
Yes, ma'am. Were any bites taken out of this bear claw? It's like, sorry, we found it. We found half of your bear claw, ma'am. I'm sorry. Here it is. And he's got it like on his mustache. I imagine he's got
Yeah.
a mustache and some reflective glasses, Catherine. That's what I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the uniform.
Kerrville, P.
Yep.
Maybe. I would imagine there's like animals that get out kind of reports, like horses and or various livestock that you have to chase down from time to time in an area. I don't know. That's what I
That'll
would.
happen. Not in the urban core of Kerrville, but yeah, right around the fringes. Once you get to the outskirts, that'll happen.
Okay.
Definitely happen.
Yeah, I actually have a llama ranch about 10 minutes from my house. So,
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm in Houston.
Do they?
Yeah.
What do you do with
Do they-
llamas?
I
You
don't
don't eat them, do you?
I have not. No, not. I don't know. I don't really know what one. I think
They
wool.
produce wool.
Is it the wool?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kennedy's wearing a llama wool vest.
Is he?
When he comes, we came in. Well, not now because he gets a little.
I love that his garment of choice is the vest.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
sun's
Oh,
out,
man.
guns out, right?
Yeah. Like my llama wool underwear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that will change your life.
That went too far.
It feels like it would kind of like wearing a blanket, like wearing a. I don't know.
Well, you don't want to wear them in July, August.
Or, well, yeah, especially like in the car when you first get in there.
Yeah.
Let that motor run for a while. Then, let the air. Yeah, no better way to ruin some llama wool underwear than
Yeah.
mid-July in Texas.
You have to dry clean that for sure.
Yeah, I would imagine so. But the vest, it's breathable.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a llama sweat, Jeremy?
Never.
See? So breathable.
Yeah.
All right, enough of the silliness. Let's talk about Pint and Plow Brewing, because I know we've only got you for a few minutes today, Jeremy. You're a busy, busy man. Obviously, with all the people behind you, you've got to spread the love of Pint and Plow. First of all, I got to know the name. It's I love the name, but where did the name come from?
The name come from about a year's worth of fights between my wife and I, trying to figure out the perfect name, and kind of ended in our living room when she said, "Man, like, what if we did something like an English pub? You know, like." She started just throwing out some random words with an ampersand in between them, and threw out Pint and Plow. And I was like, Mike, we're not an English pub. Wait a minute. Did you just say Pint and Plow? That's it. And so the idea is obviously pint, but plow is we do what we can to source a lot of our ingredients in our kitchen, because we're a full restaurant as well, from local farmers and ranchers. And so we wanted to kind of bring that to light and kind of set that tone for customers that come into the brewery expecting a meal.
That's cool. So we talked about breakfast in the pre-show. Everybody watching on the stream, you're going to have to download the podcast on iTunes or Stitcher or other various podcast directories to hear that whole story. It'll make your mouth water, so beware. But on your lunch menu, what types of food you got?
We got some sandwiches. We've got a burger. We call it the hyphen burger.
Go on.
We have some friends of the brewery who raise this little Spanish breed of cattle just west of Kerrville.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all native grass-fed beef, so it makes a really lean product. It has a very unique flavor. And so we use that and make a burger out of it. And then we make all the buns here in-house, again, using our beer as one of the ingredients in the breads. And then we have pizzas as well. And then big salads. A lot of big salads. We go through like cases and cases and cases of lettuce. It's a lot of lettuce that we go through.
I've heard that around, like talking to other brewers. They've been like, yeah, Jeremy out at Pint and Plow. Look, he's got so much lettuce, and I just thought I thought you were like a rapper. You know, I thought that was what they were like blending things out.
Right.
But
That's what he meant,
yeah,
probably.
like actual lettuce. So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I love restaurant plus brewery. I love like food.
It's my favorite.
Yes.
Because if you're like us, right, we visit a lot of breweries, and I'm a little bit of a lightweight, and sometimes there's no food at all, which is the worst. Like, I need to eat while I'm drinking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When we travel, we like if we're going into a new town for the first time, we search out that brew pub that serves food, because we feel like it's like the best representative sliver of that community. And it's always like where it's happening, and so that's kind of how we gauge the town that we're coming into, is visit the brew.
Yeah. All right. Well, then let's talk beer. Do you have I'm looking at your beer list on your website. Do you have like a wheelhouse, one that you're like styles you're super passionate about, or that you enjoy drinking? Is it the same that you enjoy brewing versus drinking? How does all that work?
Yeah. So, Kerrville's a very conservative community. It's very much in line with kind of the national trend of mass-produced beer drinkers. So Bud Light and Bud and Coors are usually the beer of choice out here. So we knew when we opened that we had to develop recipes that were very approachable. Mm-hmm. So even our IPA is relatively, it's very hoppy, of course, but it has maybe 60 IBUs, so it's relatively low on the bitterness scale. Mm-hmm. But these are all beers, even the darkest beer, which I'm sipping on right now, the porter, has a very light body, very clean, crisp finish. And so, because even to kind of illustrate just how conservative Kerrville is, we are the first brewery that has ever opened here, and so we didn't want to just come out of the gates with kind of scaring people into trying something that they weren't familiar with. And so we knew we had to stay down to earth. So we currently make those 5 styles of beers. We don't do a lot of rotations.
Okay.
So those 5 that are on the tap, are on tap right now, have been the same. They've been on tap for the last 4 or 5 months, and we'll just rotate one maybe every 6 months.
Okay.
So as far as my favorite, it really depends on the day. I really do appreciate all of these beers, and I enjoy brewing all of them equally as well. In fact, that's probably my favorite element of this business is early in the morning in that brew room.
Yeah.
Making,
That smell. Like I love that when I get to visit breweries and walk in there, the smell of the brew day cafe.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah. Just when the malt hits that water, or I guess the water, whatever, either way, and then that smell, and then the hops, and it just kind of, it does that Fred Flintstone, like, come here, like pulls you and you float through the air towards the beer. That's the that's the best. My question is, and I love to hear this, the reaction of the people of Kerrville, as far as like when they try beers that, you talk about how they're more into the macro, just follow that trend. But as they've tried the beers that because yes, you've said a little more conservative, but it's still way outside of the lines of, the macro stuff. It's Saison, a porter, an amber. What's the reaction been?
Well, I guess a good example is my neighbor Lloyd. Lloyd's a retired rancher from the Panhandle.
Yeah.
And he's in his 70s, and Lloyd's a Bud Light drinker. He has a refrigerator in his house, like that's just for Bud Light. So Lloyd, wanted to support us. So he popped in one day just to see what we're all about, and he said, "Jeremy, I need a Bud Light." I said, "Lloyd, you know we don't have Bud Light. Like let me get you to try this lager. I think you're really gonna like it. It's similar in look to your Bud Light, but it's gonna have a lot more flavor." And he tasted it. He said, "Man, that's pretty good, Jeremy." I said, "Well, now that you like that, let me have you try the porter." And so he just said, "No, Jeremy, I don't like them. I don't like them dark beers." Well, Lloyd, just try it, and he did. And the very next time he came in, he walked up to the bar to whoever was waiting on him and said, "Give me one of them root beers." And she said, "Oh yeah, we have root beer." He's like, "No, the root beer, that dark one that Jeremy gave me last time." And so ever since then, Lloyd has been a huge fan of the porter, and he comes in 3 times a week, and we'll get a porter. So it's, that made us feel good to kind of expand Lloyd's range of what he's willing to drink in the realm of beers.
That's a beautiful story. I like Lloyd already.
Yeah. What else can we get Lloyd to try?
Yeah. Let's just start.
Let's see.
Let's just anything.
Well, he does. Well, he speaks to the Lord every day because he's got this. It's this plastic bottle of bourbon, Lord Calvin.
Nice.
I don't know if you're familiar with this one, but so I think whiskey is the next frontier for him if we can expand his horizons there a little bit.
Yeah,
Very nice.
maybe some barrel aged something or
Oh yeah, there you go.
barrel aged root beer. All right. Well, okay. We only got you for another few minutes. I know you got to be out here in a couple minutes.
I've got if it doesn't throw you off, I'm a little flexible if we can keep going.
Okay.
Up to you. Don't
Jeremy.
sweat
Josh, you seduced him to stay.
Well, Jeremy, the last person.
All those dad jokes.
Yeah, the last person that said they were flexible and had a few more minutes was Chip from Live Oak, and he ended up staying around and drinking 7 more beers, and it was an hour and 45 minutes later. So
Yeah, it was
I'm
a
not
good
that
day.
flex. I'm not that flexible. That would be an awesome conversation. He's a legend.
he's a great dude. They're on the boom right there. They're on the wall behind me. Oh wait, got a different camera angle over there. Sorry. Anyway, trust me. There's a sun back there.
I believe you.
Sorry, Catherine. But
Yeah, you should be.
I don't know where Kennedy went to. I can't reach the beers from here. I want to get into your backstory. How did we heard about the name, but how did you get into beer? How did the brewery come about? And you said you grew up in Kerrville, so hit us with your the origin story. Let's do the prequel.
So my wife and I both grew up in Kerrville, and we had the thing that you do when you grow up in Kerrville is you graduate high school and then you get the hell out as fast as you can.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times, you go out into the big city, and what you find is that the town that you remembered being very, closed-minded and boring is actually is a town full of opportunity, and has all kinds of great resources that you want to take advantage of as you're older and more mature. And so we realized that. My brother Jake did the same thing. He's younger than I am, and then our middle brother Josh also did the same thing. So all three of the brothers ended up kind of independently kind of gravitating back to Kerrville. And my wife and I were driving around one day, and we were downtown, and she said, "Oh man, wouldn't that spot right there be great for a brewery?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know how much it costs to open a brewery? Like, that's such a dream." And then maybe 6 months later, we had some friends in from San Antonio driving by that very same building and said, "Wouldn't that be great to have a brewery?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna pay for it?" Ha ha ha. And so then maybe 6 months later, my brother Jake and I were drinking beer one night, and we said, "Man, Kerrville really needs a brewery." And the next morning we said, "Yeah, it really does." And so we started making calls and digging deep, and we found a couple local investors that really liked the concept of using craft beer to build community. And we partnered with a friend, Josh Hare, who owns Hops and Grain Brewery in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of pitched that concept to Josh, and he grew up in Abilene, so he kind of knows the plight of small conservative West Texas towns, and had kind of shared that passion for craft beer and what it can do for community, and he was all over it. So he designed the brew room, he designed all the recipes. He and I spent a lot of time on the river out here in Kerrville in the months leading up to renovations to kind of get a feel for the air and the water of Kerrville, and visit a lot of the bars and restaurants so that he can kind of get a sense of the culture. And that was it. So we leveraged that money that we raised from those investors and went to this bank directly across the street from where we are right now and said, this is what we want to do. And they said, okay. And we did it.
That's cool. Just like that, Catherine. What do
Worked out just like that.
Just like that. It was like that. Took about
Like any
2
business.
days.
Just,
Yeah.
What?
and look at him now, just drinking his beer, eating his pizza.
What are we waiting on?
I mean,
Yeah.
I could tell you that. I mean, do we want to get into the bad parts of it? Should we be realistic? I mean,
yeah, we're not owned by Disney. We can. If there's any interesting stories, sure. Were there any moments where you're like, "Holy shit, what are we doing?" I'm sure, like with any business, right? There's that. At least.
Yeah, I mean, a certain level of ignorance is always a good thing when you're going into opening a business, and we certainly had a lot of that. I mean, that was we didn't have any background in food, no background in beer except for Josh, and no background in coffee, and so big learning curve, but we were at least somewhat smart enough to seek out people who do know a lot about all those things and get them on board as soon as possible. But we certainly had a lot of hurdles. One of them was actually the city of Kerrville. Not so much that we were a brewery, but for the building that we purchased, they told us that we didn't have enough parking spots off street to do what we wanted to do, and that was a big fight, and a lot of people from the community got involved in that conversation, and it was kind of one example of how restrictive the city of Kerrville had become to new developments, and it kind of opened their eyes into realizing just how restrictive they were to their own growth. And so the timing was just perfect because the city is getting together to redo their comprehensive plan over the next 30 years, the vision for the next 30 years for the city. And so they recognize that things like breweries and brew pubs and distilleries and wineries are such a powerful driver for building vibrancy in communities. And yet here they were with such restrictive language that this brewery that wanted to be opened in Kerrville by some hometown kids couldn't happen. And so through that long process, they ended up changing zoning codes.
Wow.
So it opened up the way for more breweries and brew pubs and other different businesses to come in. And so it was the biggest challenge of opening, not raising the money, not writing the business plan, not convincing the community, but that kind of permitting, licensing at a local level.
So
was really the biggest challenge.
You were Kerrville's Kevin Bacon, and you just wanted to dance, and you just had to show them that it's just dance. It's a good time.
Yeah.
And then it all ended with a big group dance in the glitter.
Happy ending.
Yeah.
Well, it started with some really bad dance moves at some city council meetings.
Mm-hmm.
It went really bad. So yeah, I had to learn some dance moves. But yeah, that's a pretty good analogy.
So maybe you were the guy. What was the other guy with the cowboy hat? Kevin Bacon's
Which
friend.
Kevin Bacon movie are you?
Footloose, huh?
Chris Penn. My mic's
Oh, sorry. Chris Penn.
Chris
What was
Penn.
What was his name in the movie? Or because
I don't remember.
he was the country guy, couldn't dance, and Kevin Bacon. Because Kevin Bacon,
Do you remember Kevin Bacon's character?
his name.
Yeah.
No.
Isn't it just Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, Kevin Bacon is Footloose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, maybe Josh from Hops and Gray, maybe he's Kevin Bacon. He came in, and
Let's do that.
He's like a super slick city guy, and he came in and he taught y'all how to, like, you were real awkward, like, I want to dance, but don't really know how to dance, and that was that's the thing. And then he taught you, and he moved your feet for you, and then you figured it out, and then you were all, then you were like,
It's
even
like you were there.
yeah,
It's like you were there.
I saw the
Yeah.
movie,
Paint the picture.
yeah, so that's
Yeah. What I like is how much knowledge you have about Footloose, Josh. That's like making my day.
how do you not? That's the real question.
I mean, I know I've watched it and I know the basic storyline, but
I grew up in the same town as I mean, like, it wasn't the same town, but it was the same. town.
I mean, listen.
I
grew up in Katy, Texas.
yeah.
There was a lot of
Yeah, y'all had
small town stuff.
tractor chicken competitions.
Listen, cow tipping is not easy. People make it look easy.
Yeah,
like
they just talk about it like it's nothing.
stuff. Cows are heavy.
They're heavy.
Yeah.
You gotta get your shoulder into it.
They don't just fall over.
Push with your lower body. If you just try to push with your back, you're gonna end up getting
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
You usually have to have a partner with cow tipping.
Yeah, somebody
do
to
it right.
get down
Yeah,
on
you gotta
hands and
have
knees
another-
behind it so they trip over.
Yeah.
That's totally
Yeah.
different thing.
If you've ever swam anything called a tank, you know what we're talking
Oh yeah, you ever done that, Kennedy?
I have. Lots of times, actually. Yeah.
Actually, I don't know that I've ever swam a tank.
No, we used to go on, like, campouts and stuff, and in the woods next to, like, where they have a bunch of cows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, we'd go swimming in the tank.
Oh, you mean just the one on the ground? You're not talking about the one, like, the big tall one?
No, they call it a tank. It's like a man-made lake or something, I
Yeah.
guess.
Oh
They
yeah.
would
Oh
call
okay,
it
then
tank.
yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay. Never
Yeah,
mind.
there's turtles and stuff.
Oh, that's just called a
Yeah.
pond, right?
There's like turtles and like maybe some hate crimes and, small town stuff.
Yeah. Oh, well, y'all's were all man-made in town. I grew up in Arkansas. All ours were
Yeah, we
Oh,
used
do
to,
you
put
get
there by
natural one?
put there by God.
we also used to,
Yeah.
like, take turns shooting the turtles in the pond, in the tank with the 22.
Like through the shell?
Yeah.
This is getting too graphic.
Yeah, that's
Well, we were kids.
Took it too far.
We never hit them.
right.
I think I was.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
I'm pretty
Right.
sure I missed every time.
I'm sure you did
All right.
for this show.
Cool.
His name is Kennedy, Peta. If
Yeah.
you need to contact him.
You need to get contacted directly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't do it anymore.
Oh, right. I hope not. At least that's your
Yeah.
story. All right. It's been so rude of us, Jeremy. We haven't even talked about you. Gave us all the information on what you had in your glass. Now it is time for us to do what we do best, and that is tell you.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
And here in Houston, we've officially gone over the 90-degree mark from now and for the next 9 months every day.
Oh, us too.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
it's officially summer.
Yeah.
Jeremy, is it plus 90 days there now too?
Whatever temperature it is in San Antonio or Austin,
Yeah.
go on the happy side 10 degrees, and that's what Kerrville is.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, good for you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Because yesterday my car said 100 degrees.
Did it really?
Yeah.
It was 86 here then.
Okay.
About 86. Yeah.
Okay. You could bake bread in your car. It's like a side
I
hustle.
do.
That should be a side hustle. All right. So what we've got on the table today, One, I wanted to make all the way to your to the left of your screen as you're watching. St. Arnold's Weed Whacker won gold at World Beer Cup. Just
One of your favorites.
it's one of my favorite, but it's the little beer that could. It just started out as a, they had their fancy lawnmower, and they're like, let's change the yeast on a whim and see what happens, and they did that, and Weed Whacker was born, and it's just won award after award. So there you go. So congratulations to St.
Way to
Arnold,
go, St.
the
Arnold.
Weed Whacker. I went to the store this morning and had to get some dog food, and so I perused the beer aisle, and I wanted to pick up some very summer-friendly beers.
Okay.
So from our friends down in Alvin, we got the blueberry blonde ale, which this one is great.
Okay.
It's like just fresh blueberries upside your face.
Can you taste the blueberries? Or
Yes, this one's called Blue
Okay,
Mischief. They're down in
Okay.
Alvin as you head down, south of Houston.
right?
Next up, I'm going to let Kennedy decide who we open up first. From our friends over in Katy, speaking of Katy, Catherine,
Yeah,
from No
go Tigers.
Label. Yes, Mojito Lime. These are all north
Ooh,
of.
exotic.
Yes, this is all north of 90-degree beers. I don't know if this one technically is an above 90-degree beer, but I love it. It's one of my new favorite IPAs. Hipster Sauce from 11 Below. It was actually their daisy chain, Jeremy. The thing they did here in Houston. All the breweries use the different yeast. I don't know if you heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
But this was their daisy chain, and then they were like, you know what, that's pretty dang good. So then they tweaked a little bit.
I love the label on this.
Yeah, yes, thank you. And so that's Hipster Sauce IPA, and then Celis White.
Ooh, I love a white.
Yeah, the new. Usually that's Kennedy that says that, but all right, the new version of the OG Celis White, which I haven't had yet since they've been back. So I'm gonna let Kennedy pour it up. But that's what's on the table. That's what we're drinking. Catherine,
Super exciting.
anything
Okay.
in the fridge?
So let me take a minute because let me just explain to give a little backstory.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
For anybody who doesn't watch this show or listen to She's Crafty, my other show, I have 4 children. Okay, and I also own a business outside of podcasting, and it's Teacher Appreciation Week.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And so I spent all day yesterday and today making cookies.
Uh-huh.
So I did not make it to pick up any beer specifically for today's show, but I always have beer in my fridge.
Of course.
And then right now I just slid right in from cookie making to do this show. So
She's got flour
but
from.
I'll get up. I'm going to get up in just a minute and go see what I can find in my fridge. And I'm so sorry.
Well, that's fine.
But if it makes you feel any better, I canceled an entire taping last night because I was so serious about getting these cookies made.
While I applaud the effort,
Yeah.
you know that the stores have all kinds of cookies, right?
You're right, but my kids are like little dictators. And the disappointment of them not being able to decorate one cookie for their teacher would be so awful.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Jeremy, you're our guest. Favorite cookie?
And there's a camp out here called Camp Mystic, and the mom of the camp, her name's Tweety. She makes Tweety cookies, and I don't know what's in Tweety cookies.
Are those pot cookies? Because it kind of sounds
Oh.
like anything from Camp Mystic would be pretty mystical.
They're mystical cookies.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
sounds delicious. Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Okay.
I sprinkle a little something in my kids' teachers' cookies just because I feel like they deserve it.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
A little trip away from the classroom.
Just a little something to say, hey, trust me, I know my kids.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You are appreciated.
There's a reason we don't homeschool.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't imagine.
Wow.
Huh?
There's a lot of blueberries in this.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Right. Blue Mischief from.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to step off for just a second and see what I can find.
Mm-hmm. So Catherine will be back in just a second with, like a jug of milk or something. I don't know. Who knows what's in there? Some buttermilk or something. Kennedy, what's your favorite cookie? While we're talking cookie.
Favorite cookie?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably Snickerdoodle.
Okay. I respect it.
I love me some Snickerdoodle.
Okay.
And that word is just really fun to say.
Yeah. True. It's true. I think the oatmeal raisin is the most sophisticated of cookies. I think
Sophisticated?
Yeah. I think as far as
If you want to talk sophistication, I think that's red velvet cookies.
No. That's hoity-toity. I just think simply sophisticated. There's the Chihuahua at Catherine's house.
Yeah.
Lovely little dog. Just expressing its love for everybody. Sweet. Anyway, I'm going to say, you know what, though? Because my kids always say chocolate chip. And I'm like, no, the oatmeal raisin is a superior cookie. It's more nuanced. But they don't buy it. So anyway.
It's a mature cookie for sure.
It truly. Yeah. It's an adult cookie. It's
Yeah,
not,
there you go.
you don't get raisins from cheek to cheek. You get like with the chocolate chip, where my kids are covered in chocolate. It's like there's like 3 chocolate chips in there. How do you get it all over your face? I don't understand. Hey, Catherine, we're just talking cookies again. What's your favorite cookie?
Well, I don't usually discriminate when it comes to eating in general, but let's see. I really love like the peanut butter chocolate ones, the Girl Scout ones, tagalongs.
Yep.
Which, by the way, now they sell like generic ones at the grocery store, and I have nothing against the Girl Scouts at all, but they're like $2 for the box as opposed to like 25 or whatever the Girl Scouts.
The Girl Scouts stand outside the grocery stores and shake you down.
Man, they're aggressive with their sales tactics.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what it's like to have to tell a Girl Scout not today?
Oh.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible. Yeah. And your kids like
They
they're
know.
kids like us. Yeah.
And they're like velociraptors. They're getting smarter. You know, they're like watching and learning our behavior because I'll put the earbuds in. You know, normally there's no music playing because you got to watch traffic. And I just head down and try to head to the car. They know. They get in front and they start waving at you. And you have to take it out. Otherwise, you're just the jerk that just ran over a Girl Scout. They'll throw themselves in front of you.
I'm pretty cheap, so I probably would just keep walking.
Yeah.
And I do most of the time. And the Boy Scouts, they sell like that $35 popcorn. I'm like, I have popcorn at home.
Yeah. But typically, the boys, they don't want to be there either, typically. There's one or two in each group that's a little bit, more fired up about that popcorn than others.
Right.
But I feel like the Girl Scouts, I don't know why. There's like so much dedication. Yeah. Just
The Girl Scouts have a way better product than the Boy Scouts. The Boy Scouts have
popcorn's pretty good.
Yeah, the Boy Scouts have either a coupon book or peanuts or popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, nothing wrong with good popcorn, though.
No, but
I'm not a big fan of the cookies.
you're not a big fan of Girl Scout cookies? All right.
I think for me, there's
gotta
just not
cook
enough of them. I want more cookies for the value.
I just feel like they've changed. Like as a kid, like what was the Samoas?
All right, we need to wrap this show up.
Why?
They still have those. Those are
Because-
good.
But they don't
You-
taste the same.
You crossed the line.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Yeah, you
shit.
did.
Kennedy's coming down.
You crossed the line.
You love Girl Scout
You
cookies?
said you didn't like Girl Scout
Kennedy,
cookies.
you know what's crossing the line? You know what's crossing the line?
Me?
Stealing beer.
Yeah, Jeremy. Kennedy stole some beer the other day.
Oh, no.
Yeah. He
It's
just
a long
took it.
story.
In a drunk stupor, he cobbled out with a case of beer.
The,
The
yeah.
way it was... Yeah, it was about a case.
And then had to walk of shame it back the next day.
Went home.
Wait,
Yeah,
is this like high school style where you walk into a grocery store and say, hey, I'm doing a project. I need some empty boxes. Can
No,
you
this is way more criminal. Like, he sat down and smiled at these people and had conversations with them like he was their
and
friend.
took beer?
Yeah.
And then took their
Okay.
beer with a note on it that said it was for someone else.
Built the trust,
Yeah.
and then you use
And
that
then
trust.
you
to take all the-
just take that's right.
Yeah.
you got style. You got to
Well,
respect it.
Yeah, it is a bit gangster. It was. It's like, dang.
Yeah, we were at Southern Star for a taping of
No, listen, you don't need to explain yourself. Stop
Yeah.
it. It was
Yeah.
horrible.
No, I was gonna say is I had one too many, and I was about to leave, and I
He
decided,
consumed one too many and took about 20 too many.
Yeah. So I walked back in and took all those beers that were a gift.
He had left and he went back and he was like, you know what? I'm not done. I'm going back for more. And then left with a case of beer.
Yeah. Second story, had to walk all the way up. Did you take the elevator or take the outside stairs?
No, I never. No, I took the stairs.
Okay. So he had to prop the door because the door locks behind you automatically. So he slid something in there, most likely. Made sure it didn't close all the
No,
way.
it was unlocked.
Was
No,
it?
yeah.
After you kicked it open?
Well, when I sobered up, I immediately regretted my decisions.
Yeah.
Very, very badly. So.
Well, because he saw the note.
Well, thank goodness you can't get pregnant.
Seriously, right?
I
Exactly.
know.
Right. Jeez,
Yeah, different storyline.
Yeah.
completely.
I'd be like Catherine.
We'd have to. We'd have to start a whole new baby
With the whole
countdown.
gaggle of kids.
Is that?
Yeah.
Are we kind of? How are we doing there? Any news we need to talk about? I'm just.
Got
No,
another one?
I'm not.
Another
As
one?
of today, I'm not pregnant.
Okay. I'm just waiting.
No.
So.
Every month is a new gift.
We just never know what's going to happen, Jeremy. It's just we.
I mean, it could be any. I tell you what, when Jason, you can tell because Jason will be like seeing other tiny babies, and he'll say something like, "Aw, I miss that," and I'm like, "Shut your mouth."
Yeah, you know what the cure to that is? Vasectomy.
That's
Highly,
that's not-
highly,
Oh, okay.
highly.
How many kids do you have?
One.
Smart.
Pretty smart.
Okay, you are a smart man.
Smart.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeremy, we do have a question for one of our guests.
Oh,
They're wondering if you distribute outside of Kerrville.
We do. We self-distribute. Our model is we don't curve, but we feel like a good way to do that is to have some outside accounts. So if people see a tap handle in Fredericksburg, say, which is just 20 miles up the road and that sees a lot more tourism than Kerrville does, then they can see that tap handle and say, oh, Kerrville, I never think to go to Kerrville. Let's go to Kerrville and go check out that brewery. And while we're here, go check out the river trail along the Guadalupe River and all the other great things of Kerrville. So we do have 2 accounts in Fredericksburg. We have 4 accounts right now in far west Texas, Marathon, Alpine, and Marfa. Really just so that my wife and I have an excuse to go out there once a month to deliver beer. And then our next town is going to be New Braunfels. We've got 2 or 3 accounts coming online this summer. And then 1 in Austin every once in a while. And that's pretty much it for us. And again, that's just really not to boost our sales or anything. It's just sort of an advertising technique to pique people's interest in Kerrville.
Very nice.
what size brew house do y'all have?
We do 10 barrel.
Okay.
So our brew house is 10 barrels, and we brew into 20 barrel fermenters and bright tanks, so we can do double batches. But we basically, with the space we had, we raised as much money as we possibly could to build that space out as much as possible, so that in the beginning we were, and we still aren't brewing at capacity. But if we ever grew to the point, that we needed to expand, we wouldn't, be interrupted with doing that. So we just went as big as we could, and we're growing into that space is the plan.
Good plan. Do y'all have any cookies on the menu?
Chocolate chip.
Okay.
Chocolate chip.
Oh,
A lot of kid traffic comes
Yeah.
through the brewery. We've got a lot of families. So one of our tricks for live music, because we can't pay musicians, unfortunately, there's just no budget for it, and Kerrville's not a huge market for that. But we do put a plate of our chocolate chip cookies by the tip jar for the band, and that hopefully encourages people to use that tip jar for the band. So
Yeah. Hopefully Kerrville doesn't have their version of Kennedy. He just runs up and takes the cookies.
Take that whole damn plate.
These must be for me.
I don't think I would return cookies though.
No.
They might not make it home.
No. Just double. Just covered in chocolate by the end of it. Okay. Oh, as far as hours, when are you open every day?
Every day but Tuesday. Tuesday's the sacred day.
Okay.
And we're open 7:30 in the morning until 9 at night.
Very nice.
Okay. And how many people you got working there? I mean, how big's your team?
We have 21.
Oh, wow.
21
Wow,
payroll.
that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd say only 6 or 7 of those are full time.
Still, that's
My mom works here. Our old horticulture teacher, who's retired, works here part time.
Oh, that's cool.
We've got several moms that are working part time. So it's nobody that we've hired, other than our kitchen manager. Pretty much no one that we've hired has a background in food kind of retail, which is kind of great because they're not bringing those negative stigmas. A lot of people that work in the food industry, especially servers, for a long time, just kind of develop that like deep hatred for people.
Right.
So we've been fortunate enough to hire people that don't have a hatred for people.
Yeah.
And they're all coming from different backgrounds, which is great for customers, and great for us as well.
Okay. Do y'all have any upcoming events or anything other than just being open all the time and having great beer and food and atmosphere? Anything
There's
specific?
we do have we have a 5K that we're putting on June 9th. The city of Kerrville is putting on a little festival in our in Louise Hayes Park, which is in downtown Kerrville along the Guadalupe River, in conjunction with National Get Outdoors Day. And so the brewery, to participate in that city event, is hosting a 5K that morning. So we're going to have free beer, of course, for the runners, snacks and T-shirts, and then kind of do a little party on the river after the race down there.
That's cool.
Very nice.
Yeah. If I ran, I would do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, that's not my.
You could walk it. It'd be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, I only run when something's chasing me.
Like somebody trying to get back the beer you just stole.
Yeah. No, usually I sneak. I've got good ninja skills too, so I don't need to run.
Listen, the other morning, I take a 3-mile walk every morning with my baby, and it was about to rain, and I was like, oh, it's fine. It's only 3 miles. We'll make it back. We didn't make it back. I had to run. I had to sprint with Hazel in the stroller, like halfway back home, and it was the worst day of my life.
Do
Do you think that running like kept you drier, or did it make you wetter?
I don't know. It just felt like I was
Right.
going to get there faster. And then I was like, I'm not a fast runner. I probably could have just gone at the pace that I was going, and it would have been exactly the same. I just exerted more energy trying to get home.
There wasn't any like lightning or anything?
Yes.
There was?
As we were coming back,
Oh, there you
as
go.
we were coming back, it started to lightning, and I was like, and like when you're, if it was just me, I would have been like, but you like looked out at your innocent baby. I was like, oh my god, she's gonna get pneumonia because I've decided that I needed to take my effing walk today. So.
Well, she's very short, so the likelihood of her getting struck by lightning it's pretty low.
Yeah, well, that's probably true.
I mean,
but she's pretty magical, so I don't know. I don't want to put it past her.
yeah. Does she have any like golf clubs or metal rods? I don't know.
Probably.
That's her
She probably
favorite.
has something right underneath in the stroller just in case.
Yeah. She wants to conduct experiments. She's like Ben Franklin. She's
Yeah.
like a baby Ben Franklin. Similar.
Yeah, so cute.
Yeah.
There's nothing cuter than a baby Ben Franklin.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Hey, Jeremy, I don't know if you keep up with all the beer goings-ons. Anyway, a couple of things came out this week, and I'd love to get your opinion if you've heard anything about it. Catherine, maybe you have too. But one was since none of us are in Austin, we should talk about it. The Austin City Limits Festival named Karbach as their craft beer sponsor, which obviously Karbach not a craft brewer, but
Yeah.
Austin Beer Works called them out on it, and there was it was going back and forth quite a bit on the Twitters and the Facebooks and whatnot. Did anybody else see that? Anybody?
I think I missed that
Were
somehow.
you were elbow deep in cookie dough?
Yeah.
But anyway, that was kind of the content. Still ongoing because the Austin City Limits Festival has not said anything. Just crickets.
Well, what are they going to say? I mean, nothing. There's nothing for them to say. They just need their sponsors.
I guess, but they should change it. Michael was saying from Austin Beer Works, he was just saying change it from, just don't let it say craft.
Right.
If you're gonna have a craft beer sponsor.
Yeah.
Just
You know.
beer sponsor.
Yes, and then Karbach
Yeah.
retorted and said we basically ran the line of we identify as a craft brewery,
Uh-huh.
which was
Like that chick.
Like that Rachel Dolezal.
yeah,
documentary?
yeah. That's they
Yeah.
identify.
Yeah.
We in our soul we started as one, and we always feel like we'll be one.
But there's a legal definition of craft, and they don't meet it anymore. So
Yeah, it's the Brewers Association ruling.
yeah.
But it's all kind of squishy, I suppose, as far as who's got authority.
Well,
where.
don't worry about it, Josh. I'll make a call tomorrow and fix the whole thing up. It'll be fine.
Oh,
Who knew? I should have texted you earlier.
You should have just been like, "Hey, Catherine, do me a favor and get this all wrapped up."
Yes.
People love it. They love it when I jump onto social media conversations.
Catherine's the fixer.
Yeah. And then the other one that was going on, and you're our mutual friend Scott Metzger from Freetail, name dropping here, name dropping.
Yeah.
He was big on Twitter on this one, but Pete Coors put out a letter basically saying, don't knock on us anymore, craft brewers. We're all in it together because we have, like trying to shame the Brewers Association because they just had Craft Brewers Conference in Nashville.
Right.
And some of the keynote speakers were talked about how there's, just the stuff that macro beer's been doing for a long time, shenanigans, right? Trying to hold us down, trying to keep the market to where they dominate the market and they don't let anybody else in if they're a craft brewer and that sort of thing. But they got upset that people were talking about that. And a lot of people are looking at it as a sign like, ooh, they blinked. They're scared. They know that craft beer's coming along. So anyway, I don't know if anybody saw that. But anyway, Scott had a lot of good retorts.
I didn't see that either.
Maybe I should pass along links.
You should probably, if we're gonna have some segment, maybe just let me know.
I'm just all here all week. I'm like, that was so good.
I don't know. Did Scott have to ante up on his free pizza and beer for the Spurs?
Oh, Kawhi. He hasn't. Well,
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, Jeremy, are you
Just for anyone who doesn't know.
Are you a basketball fan at all?
You kind of have to be a Spurs fan this close. But back to the craft versus the mega brewers. I mean, I feel like if the brewers, if craft brewers want to have a common enemy, they might want to go after, we'll say, there's good things you can say about renewable energies, the investments that they're making in that. So there's definitely some good things that are happening, but the mean evil tactics I feel are, the stories that I hear. We don't deal with distributors, but the evilness is coming from that side, and not so much the big brewers.
Hey, they even just stepped on your fiber line right at the beginning when you were talking. It garbled a little bit, and I was like, they're probably viewing, and they kinked it like a water hose.
Yeah, I'm definitely on that radar. Yeah,
that's their tactics, man. They'll do it.
Yeah.
And then when you look over at your fiber line,
it's a big market out here.
Yeah, they'll just drop it and be like, I don't know, we're not.
Wasn't us.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you were talking about. Yeah. So anyway, the main thing is drink local, and I think they know it. It's just there's too much good beer made locally by good people, like right there. Look at that. Look at all those people enjoying themselves in Kerrville right now.
Sure. Sure.
It's just that's going on all across the state.
Yeah, you can't have both ways. You can't say that you're craft if you're not.
Yeah.
Truly doing it at that community local level.
It's
doesn't mean the beer's bad.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Michael even said that from Austin Beer Works. He mentioned that when he's talking about Carbach. Carbach's like, hey, we like your beer. Why are you throwing shade? It's kind of like they tried to guilt him. He's like, hey, no, I like your beer. You're just not craft. And that is the same. It's like, you make good beer, and that's never been a controversy. It's like, how's the beer? Well, Carbach made good beer when they were craft, and they continue to make good beer, but it's not craft beer. It's not Texas owned. It's owned by a big conglomerate over across the ocean. That's what you are.
Right.
Just
Not
own
even
it.
American owned.
Yeah, I say they should just, I don't know, whatever. Anyway.
But I'm sure there's Houstonians that are so loyal to the Carbach brand that they don't care. It's still Carbach beer to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
no, it's true. But to my thing, the thing that confuses me on that, it's like, if it's not a big deal, then why keep calling yourself craft? In the with the ACL thing or whatever. It's like, if it's not a big deal to be craft, then why do you need to hang on to craft? The question goes both ways. So, just drop it. Why not? Okay, great.
Yeah.
We're not a craft brewery.
Yeah.
You know, because the people that are going to drink it anyway, I guess they don't care, and that's fine. So if it's not a big deal, good, drop it because it's a big deal to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Own up to who you are.
Just be who you are, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really now, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to step away, but I
Okay.
wanted to really thank y'all so much for having me on the show.
Jeremy, the
I'm honored
Thank you
honored
for
to be here.
joining us.
honor's all on this side of the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
If we can do it again, please do let me know. I would love to do it again.
Okay.
Really
Well,
glad.
you know what? I'd love if you're up to it. I'd love to come do a She's Crafty taping out there, maybe.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, Jeremy, we're working on getting a short bus as our mobile studio. We have a Go Bus Me account. We haven't launched yet, but it's in the works. We're going to drive that thing
Okay.
around Texas, and Kerrville would be right there.
I love it.
So watch for
Make sure I'm on that email list for that GoFundMe, and we'll do what we can to help you out. We love that. Love that concept. It's great.
All right, cool. Yeah, gobusme.com/liquidlunch/please.
Yeah, that actually sounds like we're doing like weird illegal immigration.
Bust me. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
no, that's
Yeah. The coyote is your.
Yeah.
we're smuggling people across the border and
Yeah.
and driving people to polling places. That's what we do.
Yeah.
And then we'll record this beer show when we have a chance.
And also giving them beer.
Yes. So let's not
All in
blow.
one right there.
All right, Jeremy. Thank you so much. We'll go keep doing the Lord's work. Thank you so much. Pint and Plow
Thank you.
Brewing, Kerrville, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, make your way out there and just take it all in. Be like those people over there. I'm pointing to the Skype call that y'all don't see, but all those people over there drinking coffee and beer.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thanks, Jeremy. All right.
Thanks. Yes.
All right. So there he goes.
All right. Okay, so first of all, I'm heading out there. I'm so excited.
Woo. Me too.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
The excitement of a day trip is like, I'm all tingly. I can't wait.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to put in your address and see.
Okay,
I think I've got your address here somewhere.
perfect.
All right. So,
Do we want to talk for just a minute about this thread that we were on about places that are kid-friendly but not kid-friendly?
oh, yeah. Let's talk about that for sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, okay.
So, since Kennedy doesn't have kids, I'm curious to know from him and the viewers what they think about this. But we were recently, Josh and I are part of a lot of mutual Facebook groups. And in one of them, someone was asking if a brewery that allows kids but doesn't have, I guess, isn't necessarily for kids is still kid friendly, I guess, is basically what she was asking. Because she had done an article, I guess, about them.
Yeah, it was whose thing? It was on Beer Blogger. Anyway, that's behind the scenes stuff. But anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. Yes.
Anyway, so, and then someone else responded that she hates daycare breweries and that she thinks that people should keep their kids at home, and that she thinks it's weird that parents would go out and drink and then drive their kids home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she, I get people that don't want kids. I
get it too, but I feel like if that's really how you feel, then don't go to places where kids are, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like go to a bar, or because there's lots of beer bars,
Mhm.
right?
There are.
Go to a beer bar
Mhm.
and not have to worry about, I guess, being bothered by people. She literally said people don't realize how obnoxious their kids are.
Well, no, first of all, how dare you? Yes, we do.
No, I know. That's why I'm drinking.
No,
Hello, that's
exactly.
Why I'm here.
Exactly. Look, I'm not single. I'm all the way into being dad and being married, and that's it. That's my deal, right?
Yeah.
I'm not Kennedy. I don't run around stealing beers and
Frolicking.
going to all the breweries, like 3 breweries in a weekend.
Right.
I'm at dance competitions.
Yeah. I'm a one brewery, then go home and take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm.
Exactly. There's an energy level that, you can only go so far.
Right.
It's just not there.
Right.
I will say this.
Do say that, because you are the one single
So-
parent.
I think one of the reasons that
hold on, time out before you get into your point. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
great. To Fetching Lab, I just want to say kudos on that blueberry
Oh man, that
blonde ale.
was so
Is it good?
Yeah,
So good.
Catherine, we didn't even talk about what you're drinking.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is weird because I had tried this. Okay, so I tried this a couple weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
It's this Cactus Cat Kolsch is what I have in my fridge right now.
Yeah,
From
I
Nine
remember.
Band, right? And it had a funky aftertaste.
Yeah.
This one doesn't, and it's the same. It's the same beer,
What are you trying to get, Josh?
and I don't taste any of the funkiness now.
Yeah. Oh, well, good. So
How
maybe,
weird is that?
well, maybe, did anybody set anything in the refrigerator on top of the can?
No,
There wasn't like leftovers from, I don't know.
like an open can.
No, just the top of the can.
Oh,
Like maybe they,
I keep my beer in the crisper, in the bottom crisper in my
Mm-hmm.
fridge, and everybody knows like don't go in there 'cause that's where Mom keeps her beer.
so you just have one fridge.
We have two fridges. I actually just ran out to Jason's fridge in the garage because he has a little beer fridge in the garage, and I thought I was gonna find some gems in there. And you want to know what he had in there?
What?
Almond milk.
Hey.
Yay.
There you go. He's getting
Yep.
fit, right?
Yeah,
Has he
he
been-
is getting fit.
Has he been working out?
Yes, my lovely partner wakes up at 3:45 every morning
Mm.
and tries to be quiet,
Hmm.
but is unsuccessful every day
Mm-hmm.
and goes to the gym and then comes home and takes a shower and goes to work.
Wow, that's 3:45.
Dedication.
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
this Celis White, it's pretty good. I mean, you know,
Is it good?
it is good. It's just that's really good. That's a good late afternoon summer beer.
Whoa, that is good.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
Can I get to my point now?
No, I want 3:45.
Yes,
What
let's
time?
hear it.
What time does he go to bed?
We fall asleep between 8:30 and 9, but he has to be at work at 6:30.
Okay. Let me do the math there. 9, 10. I've been doing a lot of. I've been talking to somebody who a doctor who.
Oh,
doesn't-
about sleep. Yeah, Jason does not sleep enough.
No, not about sleep. About health and beer
Oh.
and things like that, and
Okay.
fitness and beer, all beer related.
Okay. Yeah.
So I got to work out all the details to get her either on this show or both or something because I don't know. But anyway, yeah, sleep. Nobody gets enough sleep. Nobody.
Yeah.
Maybe Kennedy.
Oh, I do.
I think I do.
I do. Oh,
Do
yeah.
you? How many hours you get,
I have
Catherine?
to sleep by 9. I wake up at 6.
Sam, is that's
Yeah, I just got some new pillows yesterday. This down / memory foam.
yeah.
Big,
Oh yeah,
fluffy.
those are nice.
Just got them yesterday.
See,
I slept.
These are the thrills of being over 35.
I slept so good last night.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's my
Nothing better.
my last pillows are like pancaked,
Mm-hmm.
and they start off nice and fluffy. And now they're like 2 inches thick.
Mm-hmm. Now you can only just build a fort with it or something.
Yeah. Now it's like having like I had 2 pillows. I got to fold both of them in half. That's what I've been doing. But
Yeah.
not last night. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so
Okay.
good.
Where'd you get the pillows? No endorsements for people. Only endorsements for people that support the show, like the Grain Cellar. Almost
You
homebrew.
just threw that on me.
I know.
Oh, hold on.
I smacked you like a pancake pillow.
Oh, there we
Whack.
go.
Yeah, that's Humble's premier home brewing store. I don't know if you saw this in Community Impact for the Humble region. Do y'all have Community Impact in San Antonio? It's like
I do not know what that is.
it's like a regional newspaper. I know they're based in Austin. They have them for just like the little small areas. Like they're very
We have something called local community news, and they do like different zones of the city.
yeah.
There's a different publication.
Okay, the main base for Community Impact is in the Austin area, right there on the as you're driving to Round Rock on the new loop, which isn't really a loop, but anyway. Anyway, the one for Humble, they featured the Grain Cellar, and our Jeffrey was on
How
there.
exciting!
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like semi-famous. Way to go, Jeffrey!
Wow.
Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah,
He's watching now.
is he? Good. Yeah. Oh, we'll get to that in a second. He's got another question. We'll get to that in a second. But the Grain Cellar, if you can be just like Jeffrey and get all your home brewing supplies, home brewing, winemaking, distilling, fermenting, cheese making.
That's right. Go make some cheese, y'all. Get your girlfriends together. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
What better gift for your mother
Mm-hmm.
than for Mother's Day? Say, look, this is what we're doing. We're gonna bond.
Yeah.
I'm taking you to the Grain Cellar. We're making wine and cheese.
Yeah.
And
You and me, Mom.
you and me,
Yeah.
Mom, and we're going to get the best hugs we've ever gotten.
Or
Wait, stop. Or a waist down. Listen, my mother, it would blow her mind that I wanted to spend an afternoon with her.
Would it? I bet she'd enjoy making some cheese.
She would love it.
Mm-hmm.
And wine. Beer, not so much.
Well,
but wine and cheese.
How much beer has she tried?
My mother has a negative stigma against beer.
No, I hear it, but we can.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if she tried something like, say, from, New Braunfels Brewing or something that's very wine-like.
I've tried everything. Yeah. In fact, I would love to do like a podcast with my mother, just trying different beers with maybe drag queens or something that makes her real uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, if I were going to do a podcast with something that made me uncomfortable, it would be like a big basket of towels I had to fold, with my wife watching me.
Towels are like the easiest thing to fold, Josh. That's silly. I would say fitted sheet. I could see.
Fitted sheets you can wad and just say, "Oh, it's folded." A
That's
towel.
what I do.
I don't even attempt
that-
it.
A towel. My wife has a certain way she does it, and she's shown.
Well,
me.
there's two ways that you can do it. That's why.
And
You can do either the big square or you can do the smaller,
Like
more
rolls.
compact fold.
I don't. She's got the thing, and they all round out and they look on the shelf. They even look nice.
Yeah, you fold them in half long ways,
Don't.
and then you fold them in thirds.
Yeah.
I've tried it, and
Yeah.
it never. That's like I have a spatial deficiency.
I wish I could say that your wife sounds like a lovely woman who has it more together than me, because I hand a wad of towels to my kids and I'm just like, just don't put them on the floor.
Well, that's what it becomes. When she hands them to me, she's like, "Could you fold these?" I'm like, "Sure," and then she comes back and basically has to redo them all if she wants them to look nice. I've
Well, the
tried.
only time anything in my house looks nice is if people are coming over.
Yeah. Well, no, that's when she'll typically do it too. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a spatial, seriously, like a spatial deficiency. It's like, oh, that looks even. No, not so much. Well, it's close enough.
Yeah. What about sheets?
Sheets are
Like
typically,
big flat sheets. You're okay with those?
well, nobody sees it, and they get so small when you fold them. Like towels are
Yeah.
big
Well,
and
they're
bulky.
thinner. That's right. That's
But
right.
typically, it's the sheets off the bed, into the wash, into the dryer, then back on the bed.
Yes, and you know what? Even though we have more than one set of sheets for our bed,
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, we wait for this one set,
Mm-hmm.
and we will lay on the bed with no sheets on it. And I'm like, why don't we just put the other sheets on here? And Jason's like, they're almost done.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody
Well,
wants to.
we can wait another 5 hours for the comforter to be washed and dried all the
Yeah.
way.
But no, you'd be on those other sheets for a good 4 weeks, or however
Right.
long you go between washing your sheets.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
it's just like air filters for your air conditioning. Probably should be a lot more often.
Listen, I don't ever walk into the back of my house.
Mm-hmm.
I walked back there the other day and I was like, oh, wow. I'm surprised we're all still alive. There's a lot of stuff on here. A lot of pug hair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, rain cellar.
Yeah.
Okay. Kennedy, tell me your views on kids and breweries and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm settling in.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So now we're getting to it.
Hold on real quick. Val. He said thanks for wearing, or he mentioned my hat, my Valencin's Brewing hat.
Oh.
And
Nice.
yeah, love this hat. So thanks, Val. And Twisted Acre, soon to be open here in the Cypress area.
I'm wearing my girls' beer at Better Tea.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
And then you got a Jester King shirt.
I got Jester
Listen,
King.
to anybody with a brewery or any beer related thing, or just anybody that makes T-shirts, if you'll send them along,
Yeah.
we will wear them. Hats.
You know what else? If you send us beer, we will drink it on air and talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably. Do we have a PO box or something? Is it on
I
our
mean-
Go Bust Me site?
Yeah, that's what we need to put it on there.
All right. Hit me up on Facebook. I'll send you the contact address.
Yeah.
Or Twizzler. Twitter. I've been on
Free
Twitter a lot.
advertising for our tens of thousands of listeners.
Yeah, I've been on Twitter a lot lately.
Have you?
Yeah, a lot of
I
conversation.
actually noticed that because every time I get a Twitter alert, it like dings on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And you have been on Twitter a lot.
It's easy. It's like
Thank you, Sylvia. She's just complimented my shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
Says it's ace.
Well, don't let it go to your head. Calm
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, funny thing is, I couldn't wear this shirt like a month ago
Why not?
because I was a little bigger back then.
Oh.
See what
Oh,
happened?
hold on,
Kennedy,
hold on.
I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you.
So I bought this shirt when we went to Jester King,
Yeah.
and it fit when I bought it. But then
It shrunk?
there's a lot of shirts that I don't dry. I just hang up, let them air dry.
Yeah.
So they don't shrink and they last longer. But I accidentally dried this shirt and it shrunk and I couldn't wear it. And then just today I'm like, let me try it.
And
It fits.
there you go.
Let me just say, there is nothing better. Nothing better. I went into my closet yesterday because I had a meeting at my kid's school to put on and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to wear. And there's this dress hanging there from before I had the baby, a size small. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying it was a small. And I thought, I'm never going to wear this dress again, but I'm just going to keep it. I put it on. It fit me, and I wore it yesterday.
That's fantastic.
And so exciting. So exciting.
Way to go.
And I texted Jason, and he was like, well, obviously, you need more pastries and cookies.
Did he bring home a whole box or something?
Yes. He's working against me.
Yeah.
As of today, I'm down 15 pounds.
Way to go.
Yay!
In
Way to
just
go.
under 6 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff.
It
That's
is.
good. Way to go, guys. Way to go.
And my Jester King shirt fits now, so that makes it all worthwhile.
Good.
Isn't it funny how, like, if you stick to something and do it all the way, it works?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Well, it's just, I don't know. I think the Weight Watchers is working just only because it keeps me accountable for what I'm eating.
Yeah. And now it's got to the point where, like, anything that's not something that is part of my routine now is, like, not something I want to eat. So
Yeah.
I guess that's...
There you go.
But I'm downing like 6 eggs a day.
It's fine.
Oh, yeah. It's so many eggs.
Oh.
Because there's 0 points and so
Yeah.
much chicken breast.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I could double
Good
down
though.
on. I don't like chicken. I can't do it.
Like
Really?
Yeah.
What
What about ground turkey? It's a lot of ground turkey, too.
I can do ground turkey, especially if it's in like a chili type consistency
Yeah.
or on a taco.
Yeah.
But I can't. It's like chicken breast. I just can't. They're too. I've been eating thighs too long.
no, I like chicken breast.
Thighs are really good.
I'm a
but
thigh-
I've
I'm a
gotten
thigh
used to
guy.
chicken breast.
I like that thigh.
I realize that you can literally go pretty much anywhere out to eat, and you can get lettuce, chicken breast,
Right.
and lemons, and have a salad.
Yeah, like you can go to Mexican and get chicken fajitas
Yeah.
and
lettuce.
charo beans,
Yeah.
and you're doing pretty good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Congratulations to y'all.
And you could have exactly 12 chips, 12 tortilla chips.
Or you could have exactly 21 mini pretzels.
Oh.
You
Or
know that? Or 30 of the sticks.
or
You ever stick them like in your lips so they're like teeth, so you have some taste in them?
or you can have 16 reduced fat wheat thins.
Oh, I
16
did not know that.
16 reduced fat wheat
Aren't
thins.
mini thins? Aren't those the
Yeah,
caffeine pills?
yeah,
or
they
whatever?
are,
You can have all those.
I don't think they sell them anymore.
Oh, do they not?
Probably not.
Okay, good. I had a bad run-in with those in high school.
Yeah, I think they have ephedrine in them.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now, what were we talking about? Kids or something, right?
Yeah. Can I finally get to my point? Well, okay, because I better go quickly before you go off on a tangent again. I think one of the reasons that the whole craft beer movement is becoming as popular as it is, and the reason so many craft breweries are opening, is because of the family-friendly aspect of it. And if it wasn't for that, I don't think we'd have near as many as we do.
True.
So
I agree.
yeah. So the kids don't really bother me unless they're left unattended. Because I mean, I have been to
Then you feel
places
obligated to
before.
grab them and throw them in your trunk.
Yeah, there's been times where the kids are just running amok, and then they don't watch where they're going, and they're running into you and stuff, or running right in front of you, and you almost step on them.
You know
Right.
That's a little annoying.
what? Well, you just do that.
Yeah.
Because here's a
You know what's really weird about it is I think that because I've been a mother for almost 17 years now, I don't even notice that there's kids there. And I think it's just because I'm so used to kids being everywhere that even hearing a baby cry or there's kids acting up, and I'll hit one of my friends or somebody will be like, "Oh, look at that kid! What a terrible mother!" And I'm like, I didn't even know that kid was there. I just noticed it because you pointed it out to me.
one of the best feelings is if you're in a public place and you see a kid doing something being, every once in a while you get there's that crazy kid that has completely overwhelmed.
And
the
then
parent.
you're like, my kid is not nearly that bad.
Well, there's that, but then you also have the realization. You're like, man, somebody should wait a minute. That's not my kid. I
get to walk away.
don't
Listen,
have to give.
Can I tell you, as a mother, there's nothing better than watching another mother lose her shit. Because we've all been there. Like,
Yeah.
I know what that feels like. And just to be like, it's your day today, not my day. I'm just going to quietly keep going. But, like, you know exactly what she's like. Everything that's boiling up inside of her and how she just wants this kid to just do whatever it is that she's asking them to do. And they're not doing it. And she's just losing her shit. It's so gratifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just on Tuesday, I was getting my my car registration.
Okay.
Because I let it expire, of course. And
Sure.
I had to go to the office to
You know,
do
you
it.
can do that online.
Yeah, I let it expire.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went to the end. Right in front of me, there was this lady with 2 kids. One was a baby. Well, not an infant, but she was in a stroller.
I
And
already
she was
feel
just-
so bad.
She
for
was
her
just
because she's there.
screaming. And I was thinking, oh man, like, I don't want to be the asshole who says, oh God, shut your kid up. So I just like smiled and sit there and enjoy.
Yeah. It's like, oh, they're adorable.
But yeah, we were in line for like an hour.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt bad for her, but
They should open a brewery or a tap room at least in the DMV. Can you imagine the sales?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the volumes of
They
beer?
should just make it easier to be able to get your registration so that you don't have to go in the middle of the day when your husband's probably at work and you don't have anybody to watch your kids.
That's
You
a
know
thought.
what I mean?
That's a thought.
Yeah.
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 Bring that in the 21st century.
So I was in Tomball to get this done. I don't know if you've ever been to that one.
No, but I've been to the one in Hempstead. It's a little metal building
Yeah.
that still has like wood paneling on the wall, and literally, oh, this is great. You go in there, and the room is so small, like it's like this added-on closet that they put an outside door on or something. So when you're sitting in the waiting room, literally your knees are touching the person on the other side of the room across from you. It is great, and then there's like 7 people outside the door, so you go on a nice day. Listen, Hempstead DMV it's an experience. It's an experience.
Isn't it silly that you have to even do that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I wish there was a way that we didn't have to do that every year. Because I always forget. Like, actually, right now, my registration is probably a year old. Like, I mean, expired a year.
Oh,
You'll be standing in line.
Yeah. I'm not looking for it. Plus, and now they're together, right? The registration and the inspection are together. So I have to go get an inspection and then go and get, which is fun with a baby. There's nothing more fun than having to do anything with your car when you have a baby.
Yeah, of course. And it's usually when it's hot.
Always.
Yeah. Only when it's
Always.
Oh yeah, so the line was so long at this place that people were standing outside.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah, the first 15 minutes of my hour-long wait was outside.
But what time did you get there?
10:30.
Yeah,
So-
you're too late. That's too late. That's too late for anything.
Come on, I don't really get moving before 9:30.
He gets all that sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was so excited to do the show today. Let me tell you, I woke up with just some gusto. I was just
Did
like,
you?
Yeah, I was like, it's going to be a good day today. I knew Jeremy.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't sure Jeremy was going to be on because, like, I talked to him a couple days ago. I
Right.
sent him a message yesterday and nothing. And I was like, you know what? I hope he's on. But
Busy guy.
yes. And then so earlier today, he's like, hey, ready whenever you are. I'm like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was just super excited about today's show. And you know why?
Yeah.
The good
So
reason.
excited.
Because it's always so much fun.
It looks so nice out there.
Yeah, right. I want to go to Kerrville.
I just really wish I was sitting out there right now.
Yeah. True.
Outside, it looks nice there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
Kerrville.
kind of looked here like it was going to rain a little bit.
So, okay.
And I don't know why the universe only rains if I am dropping my kids off or picking them up from school. Only when I have to actually get out of the car and go into another building.
Is
It seems
that
rain.
is that the only time you're happy?
When it rains?
When
it
I'm
rains?
dropping them off? Yeah.
No, when it rains.
Oh, when it rains.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's garbage.
that's cute. I know that song. Yeah.
Very timely. Okay, real quick. Do you have anything you have to go do, Catherine? Do we have a few more minutes with you? Is that...
No, I mean, I can probably stay for a few more minutes.
Okay,
I
good.
have to go finish the cookies, but
Are
they're
they-
setting right now, I think.
Okay, good. So we have
They're
time.
dipped. So
Oh, good. So we have time for another half a beer each for
Sure.
Kennedy and myself?
Yeah.
You finish that up because I
Okay.
yeah, finish that up because I want to get into question. I'm looking at hipster sauce, which is delicious, and I'm looking at weed whacker, which is also delicious in two different ways.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to do, Kennedy?
Oh, hipster sauce.
Okay, let's do hipster sauce.
Yeah.
This, Catherine, I don't know that
I've only had this a couple times.
I don't know that you're going to see this out in San Antonio, but from our friends at 11 Below, it is a delicious IPA. And look at that label.
Yeah.
They're all in white.
Yeah.
All these have like kind of a white, lighter label. These are all very summer worthy beers, and this one just came out, and fantastic. Just saying. Anyway, yeah.
Don't. Half, man.
It's half?
Half.
It's mostly it's kind of halfish.
I don't think that. I think you took about 2/3.
Yeah, I'm the host in this room.
Yeah, but I can make sure we're not on air.
Whatever.
In like one button push.
For now. So, Catherine.
Yeah.
What's up?
What is up with you?
You know what? Didn't do Interbrews this week or
No.
last week, and it felt
Okay.
weird.
Oh, okay.
It felt weird because I've been hard at it, right?
Yeah.
But now I've got one scheduled for next week at Thistle Draft
Good
Shop,
for you.
and then I've got
Yeah.
2 the week after that, and 2 the week after that.
You know what I think the secret to this whole gig is?
What's that?
Batch recordings.
Possibly.
I feel like my life would be so much better if I would just block off a couple of weeks
Yeah.
and just do like 12 recordings
Yeah.
and then schedule them all to release.
Mhm.
Because this like pressure to get one done every week is this does not relate to anything that these people probably care about. But I'm just saying the pressure is I feel guilty, even though it's my show and I'm the grand wizard of it. I feel a sense of guilt when I don't release an episode.
Yeah.
Are your dogs fighting?
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, dog fights.
Yeah.
Call me Michael Vick.
I got.
So
I guess.
no, I think it's you're at an interesting point with Hazel being the age that she is. You have to acknowledge that that's a thing. That
is exactly, you know what? This is why I love that you're also a parent, because that is exactly what it is. Like, and it's not just her. I have 3 other kids as well.
Yeah.
But now I'm getting to the point where like, I don't know, maybe it's my age too, where like you realize that you only have so much time with them.
Yep.
And these moments are fleeting. And I would much rather be singing songs with her and interacting with her, because I know she's not going to be little for very much longer, than out there setting up my podcasting equipment. And even though that's so much fun and I love it and I'm so passionate about the beer, and also my oldest is 16 now and about to be 17, and I only have a little bit more time left with her.
That scares me to death.
And then it's so terrifying. It's so funny because like about a year or so ago, I was like, oh, I can't wait till she leaves. And she's going to fly and she can go wherever she wants to college. And I hope she goes far away and has all these life experiences. And the closer we get to it, I'm like,
yeah.
Don't you want to stay a little closer to home? Maybe?
UTSA. You can be a roadrunner.
Go roadrunner.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. It's so scary. And I just want to soak up every minute with her because I remember being 18, and so yeah, it's a really hard balance for me right now, being a mom and also doing my own things, I guess.
Yeah, it's go ahead, Kennedy.
Oh, I was gonna ask how her driving's coming along.
So so this is really hard for me because let me just lay some groundwork here. 1, I'm a terrible driver. 2, I was in a car accident when I was like 19 years old that was really, really bad, and I flipped my car 3 times on the highway, and I had to be airlifted to the hospital.
Oh goodness.
I'm fine. Everybody concerned was fine. Everybody lived, it was fine. But now I have like extreme driving anxiety sometimes. And if anybody so in that particular accident, the person, this is like when cell phones first came out, but she was on her phone and she switched lanes into me, and I had to swerve to avoid her, and then my car started flipping. So I have bad driving anxiety. So whenever I get in the car with Caitlin, I'm so terrified because she's so young. And like anytime she gets too close to the curb or like gets too much to the right side, I have to like pull over. However, my brother has no driving anxiety, and he's taken her all over the city.
Yeah, that's good.
She's been spending the weekends with my brother, and he lets her drive everywhere.
Cool.
And then she comes home and tells me about all the terrifying adventures that she had with her Uncle Matt. So
That's cool.
he's giving her really good driving lessons.
Good.
Yeah.
I like Matt. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
He's doing a good job. And he texts me every time and says she's already a better driver than you.
Yeah. I had a number of wrecks. None of them were, I don't know. I think I slough off. Like, my wife makes fun of me because I get so like worked up on stuff.
Yeah.
But like when something's a really bad thing, I just kind of, maybe it doesn't like register. Like the negative side of things don't register as deeply as they do for some people, like the gravity of something. I make little things into a big deal, but if it's a big deal, it's like, oh well, I mean, it could, it could be worse. That's kind of my
probably a coping mechanism. I'm no doctor, but that's
yeah.
what I would assume.
But yeah, I mean, I've totaled 3 or 4 cars.
Yeah.
And I've hit at least 75 deer. They seem to like be attracted to me. I don't know what the deal is. I hit 2 raccoons at one time once.
It's a couple.
Yeah. Like, sorry, I tried to miss one and ended up hitting 2.
Everyone tells you though that like you're not supposed to not hit them.
Well, you're not supposed to swerve.
It's safer to keep going.
Yeah. And the bigger it is, like, good luck. But
right.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, driving. We're in a weird spot because eventually, like, will Hazel actually physically drive?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I was hoping that Caitlin wouldn't even drive, but we haven't caught up to that yet.
Yeah. We're in that weird spot. We're in a weird spot for plastic surgery.
Yeah.
And we're in a weird spot for driving.
Weird spot for driving. Yeah.
You know what I just saw? They have like cars now that are automated for like heavy traffic, so where you don't have to drive. When
I
you're in a
saw a
traffic
couple
jam.
of self-driving Google cars got into accidents in Arizona.
Oh yeah, I saw one of them. Somebody died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so where's the benefit in that?
But it wasn't really. She just stepped out right in front of this car without looking, so it wasn't really like the automated car. Fault.
Yeah, that's just a physics thing, right?
Yeah, she wasn't paying attention. She was basically.
Was she
jaywalking.
looking at her phone?
I don't know.
Yeah,
probably.
Like we're in a weird time for that too. Like how long until phones aren't really what we look at?
Well, you know what? My phone shuts down when I start driving.
Does it?
Yeah.
What kind of phone do you have?
iPhone.
Really? Is it a setting?
I don't know. It just says you will not receive any notifications.
It must be a setting.
You're driving.
It's interesting.
Can you listen to music on it?
I don't. You know what? I don't really listen to music on my phone. I listen to a lot of podcasts, but I don't really.
But you can listen to podcasts while you're driving.
I'm in that weird area where like I really enjoy listening to my music on either vinyl or like if I have a CD or something. I don't download music a lot, which is weird.
You don't stream it?
Yeah.
No.
Interesting. Interesting. I have playlists like different times of day. I'm always in a different mood. Like my to work drive is always a podcast, but my home from work typically listen to like some Bon Jovi or some goofy rock song.
Nice.
So that I can sing along for a little while, and then
you mean some Bryan Adams?
We listened to some Bryan Adams earlier. Let me tell you, it was the Bon Jovi Pandora station from last night. That was the deal.
That was the real deal.
And so the Bryan Adams, Everything I Do It For You live version, which is excellent, by the way.
Is that what happened to Bryan Adams? Where is he?
I think he's just living off those Robin Hood Prince of Thieves residuals.
Not only was he listening to Bryan Adams, he was listening to Bryan Adams very loudly.
Yes. Well, how else do you listen to it?
Well, it has to be cranked all the way up.
But it made me
hurting my ears.
That was 6th grade right there.
Yeah.
That was 6th grade. Hannah Seal went with me invited me to the Sadie Hawkins dance, asked me to the Sadie Hawkins dance in 6th grade. Yeah. And she was like, she wrote me a note and said, we could make that our song. And I was like, I don't know how songs work. I don't know if you can just decide that that's our song.
I'm going to correct you.
But it is.
I feel like that you have to have something like you're doing something and, like you're eating ice cream together or you're on a date or at the dance. And that's where you look in each other's eyes or something. Then that becomes your song. I don't think you can just pick. I remember that really like making me wonder. It's like, I don't know how this works.
I'm going to correct.
Jason and I's song is probably the theme to Game of Thrones.
I'm going to correct you on something, Josh.
Yeah.
You didn't. Let's get this straight. You didn't go to school dances. You went to school hootenannies.
No.
And you went to school hoedowns.
Whatever.
Do they call them hootenannies?
No.
They
He's
weren't.
making
They
it
weren't
You know what I was
dances.
telling my kids, because this doesn't happen now. When I was in school, in elementary school, in Katy, Texas, at the Cimarron Superstars, we did square dancing.
See, we didn't do that.
Like, that was part of our PE.
Oh, I remember
program
doing
that
that
we did.
too.
Like,
Yeah, we had to do square dancing.
Yeah, we
they
did.
don't do this anymore.
We didn't do it.
Yeah, we did like the Cotton Eye Joe.
The do-si-do,
Yeah.
take your partner, do-si-do.
Yeah.
We didn't. I don't know if it was
No.
because we were so like religious oriented community
maybe.
that maybe the dancing
Yeah.
wasn't something
No
that they would,
dancing allowed. Yeah.
but we had dances, so but
Yeah.
there was none of
Hootenannies.
no, we didn't have a hootenanny.
Maybe I told my kids and they were like, "What?
Yeah.
No, you know." Mm-mm.
Yeah. Now ballroom dancing, that was an elective in college that I never took.
Yeah.
But
Hey, really quickly before we wrap it up,
Whoa.
I got to ask Catherine something.
okay.
Okay.
Well, so I'm going to be in San Antonio this weekend.
This weekend?
This weekend.
This weekend.
How come you're just now mentioning that?
Because.
Did you just not figure it out?
No.
You've known.
Sunday is Mother's Day. You're not spending Mother's Day with your mother?
Yeah.
Well, Mom is in Spain, so no.
No
Okay.
excuses, bro. You're gonna
Okay,
call
so
her.
tell me what's your plan? What's your plan, man?
We
Hold on,
don't-
what are your-
I don't really have any plans. Julie and I are staying on a nice hotel on the Riverwalk.
Oh, you're doing the downtown thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you don't
I
look-
didn't realize that you were coming this weekend. Otherwise, I would have blocked some time off for you. But unfortunately,
It's Mother's Day.
we have stuff planned for Saturday and Sunday's Mother's Day, Kennedy.
Well, that's okay. I mean, I didn't.
Why would you choose Mother's Day weekend? Okay,
I didn't actually.
but here's what I need you to do.
Okay.
Okay, while you're in San Antonio and you're going to be downtown, so this is very close to you,
Yeah.
you need to go to the Freetail Tap Room.
Okay.
Okay, you need to go to Kunstler Brewing.
Uh huh.
What else can you hit up down there? Let me.
Where's
think for
Busted
this.
Sandal?
Yeah,
Busted
Sandal's
Sandal
close.
is sort of close. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You
can
have
do
and
that.
you have to realize we're Houstonians, so driving
Well,
30
that's
miles
true.
is
Okay,
no
yeah.
big deal.
Well, I
Busted
also
Sandal is good.
I wanted to go to the Pearl Brewery / Southerly.
Southerly is really good. Go over there. My friend Les is the head brewer there.
Yeah.
That's so great. Yeah, go do that.
Mhm.
And the Pearl in general is really beautiful. So I think you guys would really. It's very romantic and
Oh.
beautiful.
Aw.
Where are you guys staying on the river? Do you know? Or you don't want to say?
They're not sponsors. Is
I forgot.
Okay,
like-
but
I
you're
think
staying
it-
like downtown on the river.
Yeah, I think it's like the Hilton or something. It's literally
Okay.
on the river.
Okay, so you're like super duper downtown.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say you could go see a Spurs game, but they're not in the playoffs anymore.
wouldn't
I have
go-
no idea.
I wouldn't go do that anyway.
The Rockets are in the Western Conference Finals starting on. It's like Monday.
Although I do want
Monday.
want your recommendation on this one.
Okay.
I need a really good San Antonio Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
What's your favorite?
Garcia's is really, really good.
Okay.
Rolando's Super Tacos,
Uh huh.
super delicious. If you're looking for something that's more like about ambiance and San Antonio, the food is not stellar. It's good, but it's not like the best. Pifiera, like that's where the president goes.
No, I'm not looking for it.
Wait, this current president,
No, other presidents have
like Bush's?
been there.
Oh,
Yeah.
like Texas
I think
president.
I think Obama and Clinton both went.
Okay.
What else? What else?
Are you googling it right
There's
now?
so many. Me? No. There's so
I
many
heard keyboards.
wonderful places. The Granary. Go to
Yeah.
the Granary. They
Yeah.
make beer and they do barbecue there. That's
Mm,
really good.
That's right, good.
Yeah.
But it's like hoity-toity barbecue. It's small portions and
Yeah.
whatever. What else? Kings Highway. Don't go to the Granary. Go to Kings Highway.
Kings Highway.
Yes,
Okay.
best barbecue in the city.
Okay.
and craft beer on tap.
What was the breakfast taco place? Just it's like a chain, right? But
There's a few.
the one that had the
There's,
brisket tacos.
Oh, Bill Miller's?
Yeah, just Bill Miller's. We don't Bill
Yeah. Oh, you guys don't have Bill Miller's.
No.
No,
Okay.
They have Bill Miller's in Corpus Christi where I used to live.
Okay. They have
So,
breakfast
I'm familiar.
They have breakfast
brisket
tacos now. Yeah.
brisket breakfast tacos.
Oh, Bill Miller's is actually on the Weight Watchers app, by the way.
There you go.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I get the turkey salad and then I put lemon on it instead of dressing.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you can get delicious breakfast tacos from Bill Miller's. But I don't know if there's any. I'm sure there is one downtown. I don't know. What day are you coming in?
It's just gonna be a weekend thing.
Overnight.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm just coming in Saturday and leaving on Sunday.
There you go. TD Mike's coming to San Antonio too. Has he contacted you yet?
Is he coming with Kennedy?
No.
Oh, at a different time. You know what, Kennedy? If you message me in the evening where you are, I might be able to come meet up with you.
Okay, I'll do that.
Maybe. I had no promises, but we might
fine.
be able to.
I know you got a plethora of kids.
I do have a lot of children.
All the kids.
Yeah.
All the kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're getting to go places. Getting to go places.
What's cool about going to San Antonio? I don't have to stick around for any dance or gymnastics competitions.
Yeah, you can just explore the city.
Yeah. Well, find out my schedule and that whole thing coming up in the next few weeks, hopefully. So I'll know. I'll probably be in a town near you, Catherine, as well.
Oh, well.
So if you want to come watch some
what?
gymnastics, we can tailgate.
There's nothing I love more than watching other kids do athletic events.
Hey, gymnastics is kind of fun, though, because,
Yeah.
there's 4
Listen, my
events.
kids have their spring concerts coming up at school, like for choir.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We've been working on talent show stuff.
Yeah,
My oldest daughter's singing.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, she can belt it.
You need to tell her that she has to really, really go hard because I came in second.
Julie just chimed in, Catherine, and says she says she wants to meet you.
Oh, I want to meet you too, Jules. I'm going to do my very best. If I can get these kids wrangled in and convince Jason. Jason works on Saturday, so that makes it hard because he's kind of tired at the end of the day. But I'm sure that he loves to drink, so I'm sure we can work it out.
Yeah, Jason's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's quiet. He's quiet, though.
So,
Yeah, he is.
Just sits there and pets the pug. That's my experience with Jason. Which, that was at Texas Homebrewers, now owned by Farm Boy. too.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jeffrey's been chiming in, going
Okay.
back. He said that Uber killed somebody. It was a automated
A
Uber.
self-driving Uber? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that Google hasn't killed anybody yet.
Okay,
well,
thank
that
you, Jeffrey.
not with a car.
No.
Of course, Google's killed people.
Well, they've definitely been party to some people dying.
Yeah, there's no way.
If anything else.
Yeah. Google Assassin. That's that app. Have y'all not seen that?
Yeah.
Google Murder.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
And
Sorry, Google.
apparently,
Or is it?
That hipster sauce is good.
apparently there's a setting on your iPhones that there's a do not disturb while driving.
Yeah. Yeah. Saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never use it. I
I guess that's when I didn't set it, but it's set, I guess.
Yeah, maybe you did the whole Ron Popeil set it and forget it.
Or maybe
Like the
somebody
rotisserie.
set it on your phone when you weren't watching.
Yeah. sneaking.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past Jason.
Yeah. Well, he's made an investment there. Got to protect that investment.
Yeah. Gotta protect the investment.
Yeah.
That's right.
Anything we need to talk about before we do wrap? Okay, so kids are fine with you at breweries? Did we finally just establish that fact?
Yeah, I'm fine with them.
That's good to know.
I
I think that's what it boils down to, Catherine, is that as parents, and somebody
Yeah.
really doesn't like kids,
I just feel like if you're going to go to a brewery that has like a playscape,
yes.
I
gotta
mean,
know what you're getting
you
into.
get what you ask for. I don't feel
Yeah.
that bad for you. I
Yeah.
don't take my kids to like tiny little brew pubs.
Right.
I mean, maybe you do. I don't know. But I only take my kids to the places that have like maybe big open areas or like a place for them to run and play, just for my own sanity. It has nothing to do with like me, like them not wanting kids there or like other people.
I'll say the one thing now. Okay, this was on me. I'm going to say this completely on me. But you see the sign right there behind Kennedy, no label. One of my favorite breweries. They have a playground there for the little ones. Big open area. They always have cool stuff going on. Great ambiance and everything. But we made the decision to sit at the table underneath the tree that had all just like, it's kind of a dirt ground, like, parking lot kind of deal. It's shaded, beautiful and everything. But they had a chicken wing food truck. And so I had 3 daughters that just had sauce, both hands, cover face. And then we didn't grab all the napkins. We just had, a pile and, just ended up with dirt and sauce. And there was, if they had just had a hose, like a kid wash station, that would be the one thing I would say, Jennifer and Brian, if you're watching, make a hose to hose, with the cage. With just the like you go around and just like just wash them down.
You're
a
saying,
kid wash.
You're saying the one thing no label is missing is hose.
Yeah, no label.
Yeah.
Where your hose at?
Some hose up in here.
Come on now.
On top of that.
Come on, no label. Yeah. Where your hose at?
I feel like for us, the real issue is not so much the kids as it is my kids judging adults loudly. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, shh.
Oh,
some people need to be judged though.
So they make fun of people.
They make comments like they'll say like, "Mommy, that guy's smoking."
Oh yeah, we've done that. Yeah, that one.
And I'm like, shh.
That propagandas are all dialed into their brains.
Or, Mommy, that guy only has one leg.
Oh, let me just tell you, that
What?
happened.
Yeah.
There was this guy. We were somewhere one day, and this guy had like he had a really cool like robot leg. I don't even want to call it that, but it was really cool. It was really cool. And my daughter was like so fascinated with it, and she was like, "I want to take my leg off and put one of those on," but she was being so loud, and I was like, "Please."
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, partial. That's like one quarter Iron Man right there.
Yeah, or also my daughter just loves the way that African American people look, and so she'll very loudly say, "Why can't I have black skin?"
There you go.
I'm like, oh,
that's actually very, very
you weren't
progressive.
made that way. You're not made that way. And then she's like, I want to look like that. And it's very loud and I'm just trying to dial it down.
Yeah, maybe that's I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know what? Good.
But I mean, I get it. Being pale is difficult. It's a lot of burning.
There's a lot of burning, freckly, moly kind of thing going on over here.
Weird skin cancers.
Yeah. And then you start losing the hair up here a little bit. And then this becomes a thing that you have to put sunscreen in your hair. Yeah. That's a nightmare.
What?
Yeah.
You don't have listen. As old as Kennedy is, he's got this beautiful head of hair, and his dad too. Beautiful head.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a listen.
No.
No? Well, he makes it look good on Facebook because I'm friends with him.
I think don't you just not come from your mother balding? That's what I read.
I don't know.
Well, my grandfather on my mom's side, he never had a bald spot.
Really?
He never really went bald. He just, as he got older, he went really thin.
What
but
happens?
not bald. But he did go like completely white by the time he was like 40, I think.
Yeah, my mom does this passive aggressive thing because she started graying when she was like 25.
Mm-hmm.
So every time she sees me, she's like, "Oh, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
Your hair is not graying yet. I started graying when I was 25." And I'm like, it's not a compliment.
She can't go down to the salon and get a little whatever.
I mean, she could. I'm sure she could. But she's all salt and pepper now.
Yeah. No, she works it well. She doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Own that. That's good. Yeah.
I am starting to gray though. Are you starting to gray?
Me?
Josh?
Yeah, look at that. Look at that goatee.
Like, have you stopped? Were you ever, like, I'm still at the point where like I spend 15 minutes at night kind of like combing through and plucking them.
No, I don't do that.
Because I'm not ready.
Nah, mine's light enough and thin enough to where it could just be catching the light weird.
Oh, okay. Mine sticks straight up like this.
Yeah.
Like, there'll be 2 of them and they'll just be like a huge billboard on my head, and I have to immediately find a pair of tweezers and just take them out.
I've caught a couple of white nose hairs that instantly, bink, they make that sound when you pluck them. Like I've got the trimmer because, dear God, when did this become the region that grows the most hair on my face?
Yeah.
Here, this area, and then here.
Yeah.
I'm glad I've got earphones on right now. Otherwise,
well, I mean, technically speaking, we're not even still supposed to be alive right now.
that's true. If we lived back in the thousands,
Yeah.
we'd be so old, we'd be dead.
We're so old. Yeah.
We way lived out our prime.
Yeah.
So tell me you think this is weird, but I carry around a nose trimmer in my car.
That's a little weird.
No, I
But-
find that commendable.
So I'm driving around. I'm like, because all my nose hairs are white, like
Okay.
every last one of them, and so sometimes they get really thick up in there.
There'd be one that just kind of sticks out.
Yeah,
That
so
rogue
I'm like
trying to make
driving,
an escape.
and I look up, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
and I just grab my nose trimmer, and so as I'm driving, I'm just,
Yeah. You got to keep fresh batteries in that thing too.
yeah.
Nothing worse than when your nose hair trimmer gets bogged down because you got your cabbage is too, it's too thick.
Does it hurt?
No,
No, it doesn't
it's-
hurt.
that thing spins at like 5,000 RPM or something.
Yeah, it
like
doesn't hurt at all.
that. Yeah, just takes it out. But I will still go in with the scissors. I got these really sharp scissors.
Oh
that
no.
Yeah.
if I were to have an earthquake, it'd be just disaster.
Just
Couldn't
right
do
up
this
the-
shit. It'd be just
Yeah.
me like this all day
blood
long.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
yeah, that's for spotting. Where that can't reach crevasses and things going on here. Just like Hawaii
Yeah.
and all the lava, the crevasses.
Uh-huh. Poor
Great.
Hawaii.
Yeah, crazy times we live in.
What do you do though? What do you do? You just have to leave.
Yeah, hop to the next island or something.
Yeah.
You
What
know.
what an amazing reminder that we literally have no control over anything.
Yeah, seriously.
I kind of find it hard to feel sorry for a lot of those people in Hawaii.
We should.
Well, they
They
live in Hawaii.
Well, no.
There's a lot of poverty in Hawaii too.
Is
though.
there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. I used to watch Dog Bounty
The,
Hunter.
the indigenous people that have been there for like thousands of years. I mean, they're just there living.
Yeah. They haven't figured
They're
out.
not vacationing.
They haven't figured out Etsy sites or anything.
I think they have like a really bad meth problem in Hawaii.
It's like a tropical Arkansas.
Yeah, I think so. I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great people.
Just like any tropical destination, if you've noticed.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You go down to the coast here in Texas, and it's a
I would
mix
really
of a lot of
call
interesting
it
people.
Tropical.
I went to the Bahamas when I was in high school, and there you have to stay pretty close to your resort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You basically have to stay in the resort.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now even Cancun.
Don't go to Mexico, people. Every time listen, this makes me so angry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Mexican. Every time I read anything about people are Americans going to Mexico and being slaughtered, I'm like, hello, stop going to Mexico. If I told my mom, hey mom, let's go to Nuevo Laredo and like visit our family, she'd be like, no, that's stupid. We're not going to Mexico.
Yeah. Don't go to Mexico.
Don't do it, people.
This public service announcement brought to you by the Visit Texas Bureau.
Right. That's right. You know where you can get pina coladas? In Texas.
In Texas.
You know where listen, we all know you're just going to Mexico, you're going to drink margaritas. That's what you're going to do. You can get margaritas in Texas.
Yes. There's a lot of places you can drive through and get them.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. All right. Well, anything else we need to talk about? I think we've offended a lot of countries, all the...
We pretty much rounded it out, right?
Yeah.
We kind
My
of
dog-
offended everybody
Your
today.
dog's
So
tripping out.
My dog's angry that we talked bad. He must have come from a tropical location. We found him in a ditch.
Yeah, he growled and left.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to wrap it up. I gotta go.
okay,
fine.
should we real fast before Kennedy, since Kennedy has on his timeline, is there any shows that you guys have been watching that we need to catch up on?
Oh, you got one count because I got a couple that I'll throw out there, but
Yeah. So I just watched the series The Rain on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It was really good.
what's it about?
It's kind of like a post-apocalyptic thing where the rain basically kills everybody.
no.
And
Oh.
yeah.
Sounds
And so
super
it's this-
uplifting.
So there's a scientist that basically tried to save his son from a rare illness, and he caused like this big catastrophe, and which caused the rain to become deadly.
Wow.
All right.
But it's I think it's from Scandinavia or Denmark or something.
Hold on.
So,
Are there subtitles?
yes.
Nope. Next.
There's subtitles, but
What was that German show? What was
I'm
that?
right up there with you.
Oh,
you know
Babylon,
what? Next,
Berlin,
Netflix
Babylon.
keeps
That was
messing with me. They're fucking with me.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. They are messing with me
Yeah.
because I keep putting on shows that I'm like, oh, it's a Netflix original,
Yeah.
and then it has subtitles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? This is America. I can't.
All right. So
I'm so dumbed down from living in this country that reading and watching a show at the same time is not going to happen to me.
all right,
Nope.
all right. I'm just about to rock your world
Okay.
because in Netflix there's a setting and you could listen to it in English. They
Okay, I did not know that.
The audio is also dubbed in English, so the lip sync's going to be off because obviously they're not speaking English, but
Right.
you'll have English.
About the show
Right,
about
right.
your about the
I
acid
might
rain?
try that, but if the audio's off, it will bother me probably.
I'm-
But I'll try.
I'm going to mention that I'm a little wary of your recommendations, though. You said watch Gringo.
Oh yeah, did you watch that?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
One word, hammock. F that. You're talking about the
Yeah, that was
McAfee?
disgusting. It was so gross,
Yeah, dude.
and they're so casual about it.
Yeah, no, we just.
I mean, he was just in the hammock with a hole in the bottom.
Yeah, he liked
What's
it.
that?
I mean,
And one of those girls was pregnant.
Mm.
Was she? Right?
Oh,
In the interviews?
when she was.
but I don't know. It wasn't his kid.
No, but I'm just saying. She's just sitting there all pregnant talking about sitting in the hammock with a hole in it.
That's the thing. Like now, you're like you become a parent. It's like, hey, don't watch
No, but
Netflix.
your kid's going to watch this someday.
Oh, you were on a documentary. What about?
No. And trust me, I know because my kids thought I was famous because they could Google me. And stuff came up, and they were like, "Mommy, you're on Google," and I was like, "No, stop."
Wait, what
stop."
came up? Is there something they shouldn't see?
The podcast.
Oh.
But that's far enough.
That's fine.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. No. McAfee. No. No hammocks with holes.
Well, what a crazy story.
I know, right? Yeah. That dude was. He ran for president.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't want to get too political, but at this point, anybody could roll up in there.
That's worse. I don't care what the guy that's there now did.
I did this whole segment on NPR yesterday about the overreaching of presidents, starting from the beginning all the way up, and it's like I had no idea. I mean, I just never looked. I didn't ever care to listen. But yesterday, I was like, wow, I had no idea. No idea.
I just watched the new John Mulaney comedy special, and he made a point. It's like never paid attention before about like who was doing what, but now we're all paying attention. That's why everybody's freaked out. But yeah, they've been doing it forever. They're all
Forever. Yeah.
But no, McAfee. That's too far. I don't know that.
Listen, have you guys been following Blankenship?
No.
I don't think he won, right? He didn't win.
Who? Which one was it?
That I don't even know where he was, but it was this guy went to prison.
Oh, is that the West Virginia guy?
Yes.
The coal guy?
Then he was running, and then he referred to
Chinaman?
China people.
China people. And he started doubling down. He goes, yeah, but white people and American people. It's like, what the?
I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that. And then his ad for like they were like, but do you know why he went to prison? Because that Obama judge and those Obama jurors. And I was like, oh my god, somebody made this ad. It was like so great. It was so great.
Yeah.
It's so great and then terrifying at the same time. I'm like, please don't let this stop, but also, please don't let this be what happens.
It's nuts. Yeah, but McAfee, hammocks. Just go. Don't watch it, but well, go.
I mean, and then you hear about how like they don't even have technology to even know if anyone murdered anybody over there.
Oh, you talking Belize?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Belize,
They
police.
don't even use fingerprinting.
Yeah, it was like our crime lab is like a.
It's like one dude.
It's one dude with a golf cart. That's as far as we got. So anyway.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah. What would I recommend? We've been watching Sneaky Pete, the first season of Sneaky Pete. Pretty good. Second season is out now, but I haven't watched it yet. But the first season was pretty good. That's with the guy from Boiler Room. What's his name?
Giovanni Ribisi.
That's him. That's pretty
He's
good.
so creepy.
He is, but he's a con man in the show, so it works. And then the Americans season 6, or it's about to wrap up the season finale. I haven't watched I did a podcast on it for like 4 years, and then I was like, I completely cut ties with the whole thing. I was like, I'm done. I'm going all beer. That's it.
Yeah. Once Nina got killed, it was.
I was fine past then, but it's all about to wrap up. So I feel like I'm going to go back and watch it at some point. But and the new season of Archer is out. I love Archer.
Jeffrey and Preston both recommended Lost in Space.
Is that one good?
I don't know if you guys
Oh,
have
I
seen
saw it
that one.
on there, but I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's really good. It's good too.
Catherine, you got anything?
Your kids can watch that one.
Oh, yeah?
That'd be fun. We rented the new Paddington 2.
Was that good? That's a
It was alright.
movie.
I mean, it had a lot of it had like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and then I watched it and I was like, who's rating this stuff? Because it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not great. What else have we watched? Well, I'm deep into The Handmaid's Tale. You guys, come on,
Yeah.
get in there, okay? American Idol. Still watching American Idol. Jason doesn't like to admit it, but he gets upset if I watch it without him.
Yeah.
Because now he's invested in
Yeah,
these
okay.
people.
I can see that.
I don't know. I'm not really watching anything new right now other than The Handmaid's Tale and of course Westworld.
How many episodes have they done? We watched half of the first one.
I want to say that we're into episode 3 or maybe 3, maybe now, maybe 4. Here's the thing: is that I'm not really happy where we're at right now because you don't know what time you're in,
Yeah.
and I feel like at any minute they're just gonna pull the rug out from underneath me.
Okay. Yeah, that first, yeah. We have about a 20-minute window where Kelly will watch something before she falls asleep because she works real hard.
But yeah, that's me too.
And by the time we get around to getting the kids to bed, her being able to watch something is like,
Yeah.
so. Westworld.
Yeah.
Westworld's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because you have to really be on top of it.
You do. And
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, I'll start the music. Anything else we can talk about for the next 3.5 minutes?
I don't think so. Maybe everybody just go out and have a wonderful weekend.
That's true. Like if you were in Kerrville, Pint and Plow Brewing, those
Yeah.
people were already doing it right. You know?
They're already
He
starting.
said they opened at 7:30 a.m.
Yeah, they serve
Start
coffee.
coffee. I feel like I'm gonna go just for the whole fucking day,
That would be.
right?
Yeah.
Roll in at 7 a.m.
That's a place they need hammocks with no holes.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's
Those
not.
poor girls, they just kind of smiled. Hey, man, it's like,
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there's no amount of money that could.
is it demeaning for the girls?
Hey,
I don't.
I'm of the school of thought, like if it's a mutual consensual situation.
I'm just saying, it's like the thing was though, for the rest of it, I was just like, get that dude a breath mint now, stat, like get him some gum.
No, it's such a weird, like so weird.
yeah, but I mean, the girls weren't on the receiving end.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of
No, and I mean, I think they were getting paid, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
probably
I mean,
handsomely.
there's an adult consensual situation going on there.
They were
so-
probably getting paid a shit ton.
Yeah. I bet they were. I bet they were. Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, everything has its price.
yeah. If Ted DiBiase taught us anything, that's what we know.
What?
It's professional wrestling.
You know, Catherine and I don't understand what you're talking about.
Well, everybody else does.
I don't know what you just said.
Ted
but-
DiBiase, the $1 Million
Yeah.
Man, Ted DiBiase. Y'all know.
I know he's a wrestler.
Thank you. $1 Million
That's
Man.
it.
Everybody's got their price. That was his intro music. Money, money, money. All right. Like I said earlier, I got shows coming up next week, and then 2 the week after that, and 2 the week after that. If you're going to be in the spring area next week, next Tuesday, come out to Thistle Draft Shop. Join us for the show. Why not? On Tuesday. Do that.
Get out there.
Get out there.
I'll be bottling next week. My first batch of beer.
Everything's going great. Your fermentation went fine.
It's
So
going.
far?
It's stopped bubbling. I got a little concerned when it stopped bubbling.
That's
and
fine. That's what it's supposed to do.
And Preston put my mind at ease.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good
Preston's
stuff.
from the grain cellar.
The grain cellar.
Yeah.
We also got to say thank you to Barbacoa Apparel. Go to barbacoaapparel.com/shop. Get
Yeah.
those t-shirts, the pins, the prints,
Do it, y'all.
all that.
Taco teas.
Taco tees. And also,
Go get 'em.
If you want to put a little wind in our sails, go to liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon. Everything you buy will give us some little shekels. Help us push this thing along. And, just keep tuning in and sharing and being a part of it. Thanks to Jeffrey and Val and Preston and Sylvia and Jules and the whole gang, everybody that was on today. Thank you so much.
Sylvia.
I think I said her.
Oh.
I think I did.
Rudy.
All right.
Rudy was watching.
Thanks, Rudy. You're the best, Rudy. And so for Kennedy, for
Chat.
Catherine, the greatest co-host of all time, I'm Josh. We'll see you next week. Right here on Liquid Lunch. Bye-bye.
Hi, guys.